had an insane experience at the Game and Geek Expo in North Carolina. This was by far a crazy video game convention where I actually did something for the first time. So we'll go ahead and check out my experience and see all of the crazy items that I saw and picked up, because boy, let me tell you, I really cleaned up at this convention. So let's go ahead and check this out. So right away, I'm already finding some cool stuff. This one has been on my list for quite some time, as I do have some of the other like carrying rental cases. So this one's just really neat. I feel like these stickers, they're never in like spectacular condition. And this thing is like so durable, you know, both like the little hinge things are there. This is just really great and a great way to start off the convention. So I am super happy about this. So for some reason I had to pick this up. This is this Perfect Dark, like action figure, collectible doll, I would say. And this is just really cool. I love the Perfect Dark branding. And then this is great. So there are like two different ones. So I got this one, and now I will have to be on the lookout. But I just love these like weird things related to some of these like older video games. And this is definitely a staple and a classic. So I'm really excited to add this one into the collection. This Nintendo GameCube game, this is one that I've been looking for over a year. I've been trying to find a physical version of this game. So here we have Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem. So this one right here, a mature rated GameCube game. By far, this like crazy psychological horror video game where you get to play as different characters. There are different endings, and this is a must play for anyone. It's been on my list for so much time, it feels like, and I really want to dive into this, and I'm so glad because they were willing to work those deals. You know, I was able to get this for way less than price charting, and it's just so crazy because you just don't always find certain games that you're looking for at these conventions. But I feel like I found even more than what I was even expecting, and it was just so crazy because a buddy of mine, he really hooked me up when it comes to certain things like this, like these promo items. This right here for Super Mario Bros. Wonder, exclusively on the Nintendo Switch. This is the mini translite that would have been a part of a certain type of Nintendo Switch display. And then he even hooked me up with a couple of these Princess Peach ones. So those are really cool. Maybe I could swap them out on my Nintendo Switch kiosk and, you know, just have that. Just really cool to see all of this crazy promo stuff at this convention. And boy, did they have so much in the vendor hall. It was insane. And I even took a part of that. So that was really an interesting whole experience, and it helped me add more into the collection. So I will say that I am pretty shocked. I set up 2 tables here of some of my duplicate items and other things that just did not quite fit in, and we're down to just 1 table. And then all of my perler bead art here looks like it is starting to finally move. So I definitely cannot wait to see what today on day 2 brings. Hopefully all of this stuff goes so that I can buy some more games, complete those sets, and just add more stuff that I absolutely love into the collection, because I don't need like 3 copies of these Rugrats movies. It's like every single time I pick some of this stuff up, I already own it, so I don't need to keep doing that. So yes, I know I was actually vending as well. So not only do I make some of these perler bead arts, and I have my merch that I give out for free at these conventions, like stickers, pins, buttons, keychains. I give that stuff out for free. Well, I decided to make some perler bead art, you know, just keep it on the low and just get rid of some of these like toy and board game items that I have like duplicates of, or they just don't fit upstairs in the toy collection. I even went through and I found like more than 15 of those Nintendo 64 drawers, so I kind of went through and I kept my like pristine ones, and it was time to just go through a few of my sealed games that I already have copies of, because I don't need multiple copies of the same video game. Just insane. So I was able to let some of that go, and I used that to help further my collection. It was just really a fun experience, and everyone who came out and supported was just amazing. So that was really cool to kind of see something a little bit different, and I just really enjoyed it because it was nice catching up with everyone and kind of seeing everyone. You know, they just kept saying that I unlocked all of these memories as they were picking up these different plush and different little trinkets. It was just so cool to see. So something about these promo buttons, I just had to pick both of these up. We have this Mario Strikers Charge for the Nintendo Wii. This is just so cool. I love these like promotional items. As I already have the games, we have Mario Hoops. Just very cool to see this stuff. And definitely insane. I love these promo items. So this is like the weirdest thing. Just looking at it, you wouldn't think it's related to video games at all. So it comes in this weird case, but on here it says PlayStation 5 years of service. So this is, it looks like there's even like an engraving, whatever this company is. So this is probably given out to a PlayStation employee for their 5 years of service. And it's this really weird, kind of heavy duty pen. That's so weird. So these right here are really cool. These are different sticker sets for, of course, Yoshi's Island DS. I just love the like artwork, this whole style. Now I've seen people display some of these stickers without removing the backs, where you could like press them in between two glass pieces and kind of get it on display. I just love the colors, and I love how they had like the full set. This person that was selling this stuff, I see him at a few other conventions. I've bought standees, I've bought displays, posters, promo stuff. I've bought like so much over the years. So it's always cool to see what else he has, because it's just wild. The amount of employee stuff, the amount of like promo stuff, it is insane to see, and it still continues on. Now this right here was an absolute throwback, and my buddy hooked me up with this. This is the Video Now personal video player. I remember this. Me and my brother, we used to fight over this, of who was going to watch these movies as you're kind of just like going through. So you're either playing, you know, your Game Boy, or you're watching movies on those car rides. And this, I absolutely love it. It's in the blister. This is Tiger Electronics. We have all these Nickelodeon shows. The Wild Thornberrys, the Fairly Odd Parents, All Grown Up, Rugrats, Hey Arnold, SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron, Rocket Power. It's just so cool. Such a classic. I'll have to get it cleaned up and then display this. I just love this, and it brought back so many memories. So cool to see that stuff, and just an amazing score. And then even this blister pack. These are just so weird. This is for the Game Boy Color, and my first Game Boy Color was the Atomic Purple one. So this is by Nyko. It's the Shock and Rock. All these crazy accessories, this vibration function, this like grip on here. Just so cool to see. It's still sealed. Now that's not all that you could do at these video game conventions, is just shop around. They had like free play. They had different events going on. They had panels. They had cosplay contests and different things like that. You could experience VR. They had like a whole developers, you know, alley, this whole area where you had these different games that you could test out and play. They had a whole entire like artist alley where you get to see all of these crazy crafts, a lot of them related to video games, nostalgia, anime, cartoons, different things like that. And it was just amazing. I love seeing the variety of people that are there, because it's not always just like the same exact video game stuff. There were things out there that I did not even know existed, and things that I had no idea were out there. It was just insane seeing the variety, seeing the rarity, and just seeing the community come together. And then I even did some trades. I had to score some turtle stuff. This right here is like a laundry bag. You have this beautiful you know, turtle artwork. I'm sure this would be cool, like, you know, just kind of like hung up somewhere upstairs in the toy room, or even like in some sort of frame. That'd be really cool to see. So these, I would have to say, are pretty weird. These are flicks, and these are like bubble gum. So you have these collectible gumball machines. And almost the full set. Now we are missing Raphael, but this is really cool because they have these wacky, like derpy looking faces. So it's just really cool. These will go great in the collection upstairs, and just really neat to see. Now I don't think it has like a year or anything on here, or maybe I'll have to... Okay, it does. It says 1995. So I knew they were from like the 90s. Just so cool. I absolutely love them. And the gumball, you know, things are still in there, still sealed. They probably are hard as a rock, and they probably taste terrible. But it's just really cool seeing this like weird stuff, these like promo items. So apparently these are like these like little porcelain or ceramic little figures that are like hand painted and handmade. And they all are in like French or something like that, and you would bake them in cakes. So these are like weird little treats that are from back in the day. Some of these are like newer, but I have like this entire set here. I have like Sonic the Hedgehog. I even picked out some of the like Mario, some of the Pokemon. I even have just some of these Power Rangers and stuff from back in the day, and then even SpongeBob SquarePants. So I felt like those would go great in the collection. And I'm so thankful again. My buddy, he just really hooked me up, and I had such an amazing time at this convention. And then these little guys right here, these are all pretty cool. So these will definitely have to go into my Pokemon collection. I just love the quality of these, and just really neat to see this stuff. So definitely overall, there's just so much. So make sure you guys stay tuned, because I scored tons of Nintendo Entertainment System games. Even picked up a kind of heavy on that one that I've also been looking for quite some time, and I just haven't seemed to have found it yet until now. So that was really cool to just find some stuff that I've been looking for, just stuff that you don't see every single day. And it was wild, just not only with the DJ that we could hear the entire time, having a great time, the whole after party that they had, all of these different events, different panels, different experiences, cosplay contests, literally just so many games all over the place, and just so much going on. It was such an amazing experience, and I got to see some of my good buddies, catch up with them, and just have an amazing time. So I want to know what you guys thought, and if there's anything in this video that you would love to have in your own collection, or did you see something at someone's booth that I passed and that you would absolutely have to have. So thank you guys again for inviting me out, and of course thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out all of my other videos, and stay tuned for more.